In this video, we'll be reviewing Zoho CRM formula fields. Formula fields in Zoho CRM are powerful custom fields that can automatically calculate values based on predefined expressions. These fields help automate calculations, saving time and ensuring your data remains consistent. Before we jump in, if you find this video useful, please be sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments below with any questions or requests for future tutorial videos. As always, if you need some help with your Zoho implementation, head over to our website, click on book a meeting, and we'll be able to hop in to help your team directly. Let's get started. To add custom fields to your Zoho CRM module, you'll want to go over to the setup indicated by the gear icon in the top right-hand corner. Once you're in the setup under customization, you'll go to modules and fields. And then you'll want to open up the module in which you would like to add that specific formula field. So I will go ahead and open up the accounts module because this is where I want to add in a custom formula field. We're going to take a quick look and pivot over to a sample record just so we can see what field I'll be referencing for this example. Here we have a sample account record open in our demo account of Zoho CRM. And here we do already have a custom field called contract start date. And so a use case for a formula field with reference to contract start date, renewal date, and end date. Let's say that this date field is stamped with a particular day that a contract starts. We can then add a formula field to auto-calculate the date when the renewal is due. So let's say for this example that the renewal is going to be exactly 1 year from the contract start date. And so we just want that to auto stamp on the account record as well. Pivoting back over into the modules and field section, I have the account module selected, and I will then select the layout in which I would like to add the field. So if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see that contract start date, which is a date field. And what I'll do here is add in a formula field. Now you'll have the formula builder populate on your screen. And so I always like to start with labeling the field just so I can remember what calculation I'll be making. So in this instance, I will title it as renewal date, but I actually might just label this as upcoming renewal date. The next field that you'll be able to configure is the formula return type. This is essentially the data type for the field value that you're adding in. So it will be a formula, but how do you want that output to look? So you have the options of decimal, currency, string, which is just a string of text or numbers, any sort of characters, a date value, a date and time value, or Boolean field, which just indicates yes or no, true or false. Typically that's indicated by a checkbox in the Zoho CRM UI. And so for this specific example, I'll select the date as the return type. You will see that if you select something such as decimal, you can specify the number of decimal places. For currency, you can also indicate that as well. And then all of the other fields shouldn't have any other further specifications for the field type. So again, we'll go ahead and select date as the formula return type, which again is just the field type that will be produced in the output of the formula calculation. These three boxes of select function, select field, and select operator are the tools that you can use to actually build out the expression that will perform the calculation and produce the output you would like in that formula field. A really useful tip, if you select any of the functions in the select function section, you'll be able to see some tips on how to leverage it, some formatting tips, and then an example of it being used accurately. The reasoning why they do include these function usage notes is because you'll notice down here, you'll enter in the expressions manually. You can also insert any piece or component from these boxes into the formula expression box. For this example, what I want the formula field to produce is the date exactly 1 year out from the contract start date. And so what I would want is, I'll scroll all the way down and go to the add date function. Just to review the function usage, it'll list out the name of the function, the description, and so this specific function will return the date you get by adding n, which would be a variable, so a number of years, days, months, hours, minutes, so on and so forth. This next line will show you the proper syntax in order to use that expression in your formula field, as well as an example. So we can see here we have add date, with parentheses, the date and time, or date, along with the number of years, days, months, hour, or minute. And so it would be specified as such. And this is just a little note. And so what we'll be doing here is inserting in the add date function. So I already have it selected. I'll go ahead and click on insert. This expression, you will have to go ahead and move your cursor in between these parentheses. We'll want to reference the syntax to see how do we want to format the expression itself so that it produces the output we're looking for. And so here we'll want to add in the datetime field. As you recall, the datetime field that we'll be referencing and calculating off of is the contract start date. And so I will want to locate the contract start date field. So I'll scroll down here, contract start date. I'll go ahead and click on insert. And then looking at this formatting again, the next thing we'll want is a comma, and then the number as well as the unit that we would like to add. And so I would like to add 1 year, so I'll put a 1 as the number, another comma, and then year in single quotes. Once I have that ready, I can go ahead and click on the check syntax button. What this does is it double checks that the expression you used has the proper variables within the parentheses. And so this is a pretty neat validation tool that Zoho added in to make sure that all of your formula fields are producing the results that you intend. So we'll click on check syntax. We'll see that there are no errors. You'll notice if you enter anything in incorrectly into the expression and check syntax, it will let you know that you don't have the right number of arguments. And so the arguments will be anything within the parentheses, typically separated by a comma, and it will produce a little reminder for you to check your functions ending with parentheses to make sure that you entered in all of the inputs required for that function to operate. And so I'll go ahead and repair this again. So now we can check syntax again, and we'll see that there are no errors produced. And so at this point, what it should be calculating is adding 1 year to the contract start date and producing that as the value in the formula field that I'm adding in, labeled as upcoming renewal date. We do have a couple of other options as well to automatically refresh formula fields containing the now parentheses function in real time. This will only be valid for anything actually leveraging the now parentheses function. And because we're not using that, this is not marked as an option. The second option that you can configure is to mark the field as public, and so choosing mark as public will then make it accessible to all users in your Zoho organization. We also have a show tooltip option here, and if you click on that, we could type in a tooltip. I might go ahead and enter one in just so we can see what it looks like afterwards. And so I'll put in calculated based on the contract start date. Once we have the tooltip added in, we can click on preview, and this is exactly what that's going to look like. And so the upcoming renewal date field will look as such with the little tooltip. So if someone hovers over that icon, when they have a record open, they'll be able to be reminded, hey, this field is calculated based on the contract start date, just in case they see any sort of discrepancies or have any questions on how it was calculated. We also have a blank value preference. And so if the values in participating fields are blank, calculate the formula's value based on the following preference. And so we can either consider blank values as empty, or we can consider blank values as 0. And that could be useful if you need that field to always have a value. In this case, we are just using a date field, and so I won't need to adjust this. I'll just go ahead and consider blank values as empty. So I'll go ahead and click on done and save and close. Now that we have that formula field added in, let's take a look at the sample account record that we have in our demo account. And so I'll refresh my screen here so we can see the new field that is produced. And if we scroll down, we can now see the contract start date. Something about formula fields to note is that formula fields will only calculate upon edit of its reference field. And so because we have the contract start date already filled out on this specific record, the upcoming renewal date formula hasn't necessarily been triggered in the back end. And so that is something to note if you are looking to add in a formula field and perform calculations if the reference field already has a value. So there might be a little bit of cleanup required, but you can always just export that data, perform the calculation in Excel or Zoho Analytics, and then import that data in if you have a large number of records. There are, a couple of different avenues that you can take for that, but that would be the recommended methodology just to get that done a little bit faster if you're backfilling. And so pivoting back to this example record, we have the contract start date of March 5th. I'm going to go ahead and make this null so we can see this formula field in action. And so if I click into the field, select March 5th of 2025, click on the check, then we will see that this did indeed correctly auto-calculate March 5th of 2026, which is indeed 1 year after the contract start date value. You can also use formula fields to perform basic mathematical operations. A good example of this is, let's say in the deals module, we have the amount field, which is associated to maybe the product that's being selected for a particular client or customer. In this particular example, let's say that your business is selling specific software to your clients, but you also have a required support plan associated, which is an additional cost to the amount of the software itself. And so what we could be doing for this example is just taking the amount field, which will be associated to the service in this example, and then we want to add in a formula field that will calculate the total amount of the software that was purchased in addition to the support plan add-on. So what we'll be doing is adding in another formula field from the field builder, dropping that in. And I want to label this as amount with support plan. I will want this to be a currency field so that the output will be a currency value. To calculate the amount plus a required support plan that has a static value, we'll enter in the amount field. From here, you can either add in a plus sign or you can use the operators on the right-hand side. And so these operators are just basic mathematical operations. And so you could do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, so on and so forth. In this instance, I would want to do addition. So again, I can either do a plus sign manually because I know that that's the operator used for addition, or I can select the operator I would like, click on insert, and that will insert it into my final expression. Once I go in here, let's say that I want to add 150 to whatever the amount value is. And so that would be the amount field with the support plan required add-on. As always, I'll want to check that syntax first. You can see that there are no errors. I'll produce another example of syntax not working. So we can see here that there is now a syntax error. And so once I correct that, we'll check that again. Everything looks good. With this specific example, we can examine the blank value preference section a little bit further. So again, with a scenario in which the amount field will store the associated amount to the software that we'll be selling to our clients, we also have the support plan, which is a required add-on. Let's say that you have a sales rep working on a deal and they don't quite know what software they'll be selling. We have the customer kind of deciding between two different pieces of software. So at that point, you won't quite know what the amount is associated to that deal, but we do want this field of the amount with support plan to still store the value of $150, just so that it's always there as a reminder to your sales rep to make sure that they're relaying that information to their customer. And so what we'll do here is consider the blank values as 0 for integers, decimals, and blank for strings. So what this will do is it will calculate the blank amount field as 0 instead of empty, and it will still perform this formula expression in the output of your formula field. So it will then still say $150. So we'll go ahead and click on done, and I'll save and close. Now we'll go ahead and open up a deal record to see this formula field in action. So let's click on one of these deals. In this amount field, we already have a value. So what I want to do is go ahead and reset this so that we can see the field, so that we can see the formula field calculation. And so here, as an example, we see that the amount field is empty. We don't quite know what software is going to be associated with this deal, but we know that the amount with the required support plan will be $150. And so if I am the sales rep looking at this record, I'll always see that $150 on the record itself. And so I'll always remember that that's something that I need to relate to the customer. So now when I enter in an actual amount, so let's say that the customer already decided they now want this specific piece of software and it's going to be $30,000. I'll go ahead and click on the check, save that. And now we can see that $30,150 is now going to be the value with the amount with the support plan. So those were two examples of how we can leverage formula fields in Zoho CRM. I hope you found this video useful. Again, please be sure to like and subscribe below. Leave any comments with questions or requests for future tutorial videos. Thanks again.